Tri-5 Chevrolet, probably the most sainted and hallowed of the American 50s automobiles. Well, you know, if you have a good eye and a talent for design, you can make those iconic automobiles even more beautiful. The proof is right here. Hot Rods by Tucci, this amazing 1955 Chevy Nomad, a one-of-a-kind piece that's going to turn a lot of heads when it's finished. Mike Zarnock sat down with Dave Tucci to talk about all of the ins and outs and the incredible details on this machine. Check this out.
Hi everybody, I'm here with Dave Tucci Jr. from Tucci Hot Rods in Marcy, New York. How you doing, Dave?
Good, Mike. How are you?
Good, man. Good to see you. I don't get to see you that much.
I know.
What's the project you got going on now? I mean, you got so many things.
Yeah, we have a lot of things going on right now. But right now, our 55 Nomad, it still looks like a 55 Nomad, but there is so many little things that we've changed between removing the roof completely, taking some of the high part of the roof out, but not chopping it at all, keeping the side windows.
So the height of the roof is still the same.
Stock height, yeah.
Now, what's different about the A-pillars, the windshield?
What we did is we took a 64 Impala windshield, and we basically, I went to the junkyard, found a 64 Impala, cut it in the middle of the firewall.
You know how many guys are going to be mad at you right now for saying that?
And then took all the way into about the middle of the door. We cut that all off, so I had the roof section, the A-pillars and everything. And then we grafted it into the body of the 55 once we had the roof off. Once we had the windshield done and we had a lot of the stuff laid out, the front fenders basically looked like they were uphill. So we took and cut the fenders right at the body line, and took about an inch and a half out of the front of the fenders, kept the rear of the fenders the same height, kind of took a wedge section out of it.
Now, so you did something with the rear of the, where the taillights are too, because they're not straight up anymore.
We took that taillight section, which just kind of makes it look like a fin, and then we took the fin portion of the 55, took the taillights, moved them forward, and tilted them forward. So just something, you know, just try to make it look a little bit different and a little more streamlined.
Really cool.
And then once we did the taillights, we had the deck lid to deal with, which on the 55s, on the Nomads, they have a tailgate and then a lift gate. Well, two pieces, yeah. So we eliminated both of those pieces completely and made a whole tailgate, or a lift gate, one piece.
Lift gate, like
with the bottom section.
Magnum or something.
Right. And we actually used that Magnum idea because we took the top section of the lift gate and moved it into the roof.
I noticed that.
So when we open it, it actually has a bigger opening than the 55 ever had. And we have those operating with gas shocks. And the customer that owns the car is Jim Alley from Profile Racing in St. Petersburg, Florida. He has a phenomenal CNC machine shop that he makes all his BMX bikes.
Is that where this grill came from?
Yeah, the grill.
This whole grill
the grill is all of our idea. We designed the whole thing here, and being he has the equipment to machine them out, we might as well use him to do them. So the uprights were made in a press brake, and they were flattened to a elliptical tubing shape.
Kind of like a wing of an airplane.
Yep, exactly. That's the aerospace type tubing that we used. And then the sidewards or the crossbars are also stainless, and those started out round, and we flattened them to make them oval.
And you did those in your brake?
And we did those all here, yeah.
Okay.
But it's still, we retained
it looks
the 55 spacing, has all the 55 spacing, and put just a new modern.
And you used the original chrome?
Yep, the original chrome. The directionals were all cut down to make them much thinner. The headlight bezels are stock replacement bezels. We used a new exciting lighting style.
I like that.
It's a true HID headlight, so it's going to be nice and bright.
Now, this is definitely not the original 265
no.
V8. What is that?
It's actually a 500 cubic inch Chevy, but we took and made it into a twin turbo.
Which here and here.
Twin turbo. We fabricated everything here in-house. Everything that connects to the turbos. The intercooler, that's a one-piece intercooler that feeds the throttle bodies and everything that were all made here. The sheet metal part, the actual throttle bodies and the design of those, we designed them. but they were made by a company, Full Throttle Engineering.
But this was your...
Yeah, we design everything in-house.
Cool.
But this motor is going to make 1,600 horse all day long.
1,600 horse?
Yep.
Wow. Out of 500 cubic inches?
Out of 500 cubic inches. And that's a drivable pump gas 1,600. That's what the turbos do, because the turbos aren't working. You're not making boost all the time. You know, when you want boost, you just load the motor and it starts to make boost. But otherwise, you have a, you know, a calm 700 horse big block Chevy that
just 700, you know,
that you can drive around.
One of the coolest parts of shows like the Syracuse Nationals is you get to see cars like this. A fixer-upper needs a little bit of work, you know, a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, a good set of tools, and you might just wind up with something that looks like this. This is Dave Tucci's 1955 Nomad, twin turbo power, 1,600 horsepower. Now, we covered parts of this car a couple of weeks ago as it was just about ready to emerge and go out on the Hot Rod Power Tour. Well, now the car's here at the Nats, and obviously it's the source of a lot of admiration. Mike Zarnock is going to follow up on the interview he did with Dave Tucci Jr. and talk about the final stages of the build and what it's like to put 1,600 ponies under the hood of something that looks like this.
Hey everybody, we're at the Syracuse Nationals with Dave Tucci. I caught up with Dave. Remember the 55 Nomad that we talked about and looked at a couple of months ago? The car is done, and it is totally phenomenal. Dave,
Mike,
how you been, man?
Good, very good.
You took this thing out on the power tour. How'd that go?
Well, we didn't make the power tour, but we went to Columbus
Okay.
for the Nationals, and we did well. We got a lot of response. We got a Roy Brizio Builder's Choice Award.
You got an award with the car already?
Yeah, already. Yeah,
Amazing,
it was
amazing.
so much fun. It was hot. We got a lot of attention on it. People were all over the car.
I can't imagine you getting attention out of a bright
good.
orange car with 1,600 horse,
Yeah.
twin turbo.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
my
we've
God.
had it on the dyno since then. We're making about 700 foot-pounds of torque at about 4,500 RPMs.
How are you keeping the tires on this thing? It's a stick car.
Stick car, yep, and it's a drivable, nice, clean,
Unbelievable,
cruising car.
man. Now,
Yep.
what are you using for fuel?
Just regular pump gas.
Regular pump
Yep.
gas. Unbelievable.
Yeah, pump gas.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just driving around with 1,600 horse under your foot, how's it?
It's great. The way that these work, the twin turbos, you're basically running on the motor, which is about 600 horse, and its cruise is beautiful. If you want power, it's always there. You just hammer it, get after it, and it's
must be
all kinds of power. It's all what you would never need.
Knowing that it's there, I mean, have you been playing with it a little bit?
A little bit. We got a little bit of breaking in to do. There's always bugs to go through, so we're coming in easy. I have the customer Jim Alley here at Syracuse.
We're gonna get to talk to Jim in a little while.
Yep, and this is the first time he's seen it in person, which is
Have you let him drive it yet?
not yet. Not yet. So no, we're gonna go down. He's gonna take it home on Sunday, and we're gonna drive it a little bit.
You're gonna let him take it home. You're gonna let him take his car home.
Unfortunately. Yeah, these cars, we put our heart and soul in these things,
I know.
but they're great.
We're here with Jim Alley, and Jim is the guy that owns the Nomad that Dave Tucci put together. How you doing, Jim?
I'm doing great.
Great to meet you, man.
Great day in Syracuse,
Isn't
New
it
York.
fantastic?
Yeah.
Sun is shining.
Yeah.
So now you have this beautiful new Nomad. What did you think of it when you saw it for the first time?
I was completely blown away. When we originally started on the car, Dave and I worked very close on what needed to be done on the car. And
now you told David what you wanted.
Yeah, originally we had a drawing done. It was done by Brent Gill, a very good friend of mine. Brent's a pretty well-known artist that does car renditionings for other car builders and stuff like that. And I went to him. I said, look, this is what I want to do with this Nomad I have. And basically what you see here is probably the original drawing that was done for the car.
Now, how did you pick the big block with twin turbos? I mean, there's a lot of different combinations.
That was sort of something. Originally, it was started out, it was going to be just a crate motor, big block Chevrolet is what it was going to be. And when the car got at Dave's, we started to put the motor in it, and got involved with another fellow from Syracuse here, and he was a big turbo guy, and sort of talked us into it. And
one thing led to another.
Yeah, and I think to bring the car into the 21st century, it needed to have a turbo motor in it. So that's the way we went with it.
1,600 horse. Now you could have had like 3,500 horse, but you just went with 1,600.
I'm a big horsepower motorhead. So
with a 6-speed stick.
Yep.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
yeah, we're really excited about the car. We're taking it back to St. Petersburg.
Oh, Dave's letting you take the car.
Yeah,
he's
going
to let you take it home.
He's going to give me it for a couple of weeks, and then go back to Louisville, I think, with it.
Now your company.
Yeah, it's called Profile Racing. We're out of St. Pete, Florida. We're very well known. We've been in business for 42 years. Very well known for our very high-end American-made bicycle products. BMX, freestyle, mountain bike, fixed gear. We manufacture everything in-house in our shop in Florida.
You did some parts on this car, right?
We did a lot of parts on it, yeah. It's a shame because a lot of it is hidden. We did a complete billet rear end for the car. A lot of the hinges, all the grill pieces were done by us. Dave did some of the bending, but most of the trim and stuff like that was all out of CNC, either stainless or aluminum parts. It was a great project, and working with Dave he's a great person to work with. I mean, I think we thought across the same lines all the time on what we wanted, and he knew what I wanted, and it worked out very well. It was a pleasure having him build a car. It really was.
One of the coolest parts of
Nomad.
Nomad.
Okay, then.